Hello friends, welcome to this video on the concept of philosophy. Philosophy is a discipline that explores some of the most fundamental questions about the world and our place in it. It's a way of thinking about the world that's concerned with understanding the nature of reality, knowledge, ethics, and other important issues. One of the earliest and most famous examples of philosophy is the story of Socrates, who was a Greek philosopher who lived in Athens in the 5th century BCE. Socrates was known for his method of questioning, which he used to challenge the beliefs of his fellow Athenians. He would ask questions like what is justice, or what is the meaning of life? These questions were designed to encourage his interlocutors to think critically and reflect on their beliefs. Socrates' method of questioning is known as the Socratic method, and it's still used today in many fields, including philosophy, law, and education. The Socratic method is based on the idea that the best way to arrive at the truth is by asking questions and examining different perspectives. Another famous example of philosophy is the philosophy of science, which is concerned with the foundations and implications of science. This branch of philosophy explores questions such as what is the nature of scientific knowledge, and how can we know whether a scientific theory is true. In this field, philosophers of science examine the methods and assumptions of science, and consider the relationship between science and other forms of knowledge. For example, they might ask questions like, is scientific knowledge objective and neutral? Or how do scientists determine what constitutes evidence? Philosophy can also be applied to more practical, everyday concerns, such as ethics and morality. For example, the philosophy of ethics asks questions like what is the good life, and what makes an action right or wrong. These are important questions that are relevant to our personal lives and our interactions with others. One of the most famous philosophers of ethics was Immanuel Kant, who lived in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Kant was known for his idea of the categorical imperative, which is the idea that we should always act in such a way that our actions could be universalized. In other words, we should only do what we would want everyone to do in the same situation. For example, if you were considering lying to someone in order to get out of trouble, Kant would ask you to imagine what would happen if everyone lied in the same situation. If lying became a universal practice, the trust that is necessary for social cooperation would be destroyed, so lying is not a morally acceptable action. Another important branch of philosophy is epistemology, which is concerned with the nature of knowledge and belief. Epistemologists ask questions like what is knowledge, and what is the difference between knowledge and belief. One of the most famous philosophers of epistemology was René Descartes, who lived in the 17th century. Descartes is famous for his idea of cogito, ergo sum, which means I think, therefore I am. He argued that the only thing we can be certain of is our own existence, because even if we are mistaken about everything else, we know that we exist because we are thinking. These are just a few examples of the wide range of topics and questions that philosophy addresses. Whether you're interested in the nature of reality, the meaning of existence, or the ethics of our actions, philosophy provides a rich and diverse field of inquiry. In conclusion, philosophy is a discipline that explores some of the most fundamental questions about the world and our place in it. From the Socratic method to the philosophy of science and ethics, philosophy provides a framework for thinking about the world and our place. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe our channel.